Hey YouTube, XX the Panzer XX, and I'm going to do another Axis and Allies miniatures review. I figured this time I'd talk about a little bit how the game was played, show you like a small little battle. I'm not going to do the full battle because I don't have that much time. This game can take a lot of time to play, but I'll show you the basis. And also, as I said, I was Axis earlier. So basically, what I decided, I do have three Allied units, so I decided to take those three Allied units and give them some of the minor Axis powers, and then put them against the Germans in a little match. For the Ally side, as you can see, this is a small battle, as it's just a demonstration. I got the Cromwell 4, as you've probably seen in my last video. The Humber Scout car. I got British 303 Infield Rifleman, Brixia mortar that's Italian, a Finnish officer, a Hungarian infantryman, an Italian officer, and a Romanian anti-tank grenadier. Now, those are the only three that are actually allies. These ones are Axis, but as I said, I only have the Axis. And for my German army, I'm using 2 Panzer IIIs, a Pack 38. The leader of the German army is this Wehrmacht Oberleutnant. Then I got 4 Kar 98s, an anti-tank Panzer Faust, and an MG42. Anyway, you have a small map here, and then when you start out, you line your units up on the sides here. Just however you want them all on the Germans up first. We're gonna want to take. I think the Germans want to take over this town, so I'm gonna concentrate some armor here. And you're only allowed to add 2 infantry or 1 vehicle and 1 infantry per hex. This hex is full. I have a Panzer and a infantry there. But I'm gonna concentrate my infantry force here in the town, and I'm gonna protect one of my flanks. So I'm gonna set this over here, and I'm gonna put that over there. That's how to protect that flank. This is just a little quick thing. And for the British, the British, I'm going to think the British are wanting to come to a flank attack, and the British soldiers are wanting to take over this town, so they're also going to concentrate their infantry there. I'm not going to worry about that flank. Alright, now the next thing you want to do is you roll initiative. Okay, that's 2 dice for each player. Now initiative counts for the number of officers also. The Wehrmacht Oberleutnant is an officer, and the Finnish officer is also an officer, obviously. And that adds +2 to, your initiative, which is what you roll to see who decides who goes first or not. So basically, it's going to end up the same, where you both get +2 initiative. So the Germans roll first. The Germans get a 5. That would be a 7, but since the other side get +2 initiative, it's just a waste of time. The British second, they get a 6. Okay, so the British win initiative. They can choose if they want to go first or second. The British elect to go second, so the Germans move first. Now, you have these stat cards here for each unit, and it determines how fast the unit is. Like, let's say I want to move my Panzer III. I look at its speed. That's 3. So that's 3 hexes that unit can move per turn. Okay, now it would be 1, 2, 3. I believe it's moved like that. I haven't actually seen it. It might be 1, 2, 3, but I play it as 1, 2, 3. It counts the turn. But I'm also moving along a road, so he can move another place. Then infantry always move 1, no matter what infantry it is. And your artillery cannot move to your attack phase. And then I'm going to move this Panzer up here. And that's, I'm wanting to move him into that force there, but it costs 2 and a roll. 2 moves and a roll. And since I used 2 moves to turn it, I only have 1 left, so I can't do it this turn. And now that my movement phase is done, the British get their movement phase. And he's going to use his Vanguard effect. Okay, I'm going to move it to there, and then I'm going to use his normal move and put him there. I'm going to move him into the village and move the infantry up behind them. Okay, now it's our attack phase. This is when anti-tank guns can move. They have a movement speed of 2. Okay. Also in the attack phase, obviously you can attack. But you've got to work at line of sight. Now, it looks like the Cromwell and the Panzer III might have line of sight on each other. But let's see. You got to put it in the middle. You know, to measure it, it doesn't matter. You can use a card, you can use something long, and try to measure it along to see if it can attack it, if it has line of sight. And if it runs through anything else, then it doesn't. It looks like it does. Okay, so I'm going to use my Panzer III to attack that Cromwell. Now, you can look and see which armor that would attack, the front or the back. That's obviously the front, and if the Cromwell would fight back, that would be the second. So now, I count the hexes difference. That's about 4 hexes, so that's medium. So you look at your card, and you see against vehicles, it rolls 8. Okay, so you get 8 dice. 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay. And then you roll the dice. Okay. Then you count 4s and above. Okay. So I have 4 4s and above. A 4 or above is a success. And then I look at the Cromwell's armor, its frontal armor, that's 5. So basically I needed 5 successes to hit it, which I did not get, so it's counted as a miss. And then the Germans in their attack phase, and now the Cromwell can attack. At that range, you gotta look at that range, Cromwell rolls 11 dice. So all 9. Oh, that's obviously a good hit. That's all 9, and the Panzer III's defense is 3. So, if it got a 3, then it would score 1 hit. If it got above 3, it would score 2 hits. And if it doubled its defense, it would score 3. And like, 1 hit, you're disrupted. 2 hits, you're damaged. 3 hits, you're destroyed. So my Panzer III is destroyed. But it does not happen. I do not take him off the battlefield, and he can still be used until the casualty phase. And that's when both players are done. So now, the British in their turn, which enacts the casualty phase. Which means he goes off. Okay. Now you roll initiative again. The Germans roll a 7, and the British roll a 6. And now the Germans win. The Germans elect to go second. Yada yada yada. I'm going to move on to trying to get him into here. Alright, it costs 2, and I need to roll a 5 or more to get him into force. I didn't, so I can't move him in here. But let's say, just for all intents and purposes, I roll a 6. That means, there we go, 2. So he has 1 move left, but to move out again, it would cost 2, so I can't do it this turn. And he has cover, which means if a unit attacks him, a 4 or more, or a 5 or more, I'm not sure which one it is, and that you get cover. And if you get cover, that means that every dice they roll is -1, which means to get a success on a unit that's in cover, you now have to roll a 5 or more. I believe that's pretty much covered everything. You know, if you're on heels, you can see over objects and stuff. This couldn't shoot, even though they're directly at each other, it couldn't shoot him because the forest is blocking view and stuff. And certain units can't move some places, certain cost something, certain units it doesn't cost anything. You just have to check your rules. Yeah, but Alright, that's about it. Thanks, guys. Comment on my videos, subscribe. Also, check out my friend Brittany Profit's her YouTube page. I believe it's called Be in Profit 24. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I think that's what it's called. She's a really good YouTube video maker, and she's pretty cool. So you guys should subscribe to her. Alright, thanks. Till next time. Panzer XX the Panzer XX out.